on, Mika.
I'm Ichi, a fourth year in primary school. I don't remember my parents. All I have are vague memories that feel like a distant dream. My father apparently left for a business trip overseas when I was 3. Since then, I've been raised by Nabe-san, my dad's friend.
Welcome home, Ichi!
I'm back! I've heard my mother divorced my father before I was 2. According to Nabe-san, she lives overseas like my father.
And here's what you've been waiting for.
Thanks! My parents send me letters from time to time, but they never send a picture of themselves. Which is why I'm about to turn 10 before even seeing my parents' faces. Nabe-san is a licensed massage therapist who's active at nursing homes and fitness gyms in addition to this store. He's highly skilled and understands the human body down to every bone and muscle, making him respected by many. His daughter, Mika, and I were raised at this massage store, so he personally taught us his skills and knowledge.
Nabe-chan, you're the best!
Ichi-kun, give me a massage! Sure thing, wait for me on the bed. However...
Hey, Ichi! Mika! Massaging is a job that deals with a customer's body. You should never perform a procedure without complete mastery of the skills required. I will never allow you to touch someone's body unless you finish learning the skills and knowledge.
I'm sorry. Come on, it's just a massage.
Absolutely not!
He often reminds us. How important are the skills and knowledge Nabe-san mentions? I honestly don't know yet, but I understand how seriously he takes every customer and how much effort he pours into his job. So cool. That day, Nabe-san was out working at a nursing home. All the customer bookings for the day were finished, and I was resting inside the quiet store.
Yo, is everyone done with their summer homework? Me too.
Huh? No more bookings for today. I guess he's busy. Huh? Sorry, we're only accepting customers who booked.
Is your boss here?
He's outside for a different job.
We've promised to meet him. Is it okay if we waited here?
Sure. It didn't seem like the two of them were customers. Here you go. Thank you.
How nice of you.
Ichi-kun, you're in 4th grade, right? Uh-huh. Yes, I am.
Do you like going to school?
I'm not into studying, but it's fun. What do you usually do? I watch the boss work or play games with friends, I guess. The two seemed very interested in what I had to say. Normally, I wouldn't talk about myself so much in front of strangers, but I couldn't help it when they seemed to enjoy it a lot. Do you like watching your boss work? Yep. My boss, who's my uncle actually, he's amazing. He can fix any problems you might have with your body.
You really love your uncle, don't you?
Uh-huh. That's why I want to become a massage therapist like him. Does that mean you've begun studying? Yeah, he taught me a lot of things. Ichi-kun, is it okay if I ask a favor? Yeah? Could you give me a massage? It doesn't have to be long. Oh, that's... I can't do that. Why not? My uncle told me, never do a massage unless you have the proper skills. I see. Remembering what people tell you is important. I'm sorry. I'll go ask another staff member to do it for you. But I really want Ichi-kun to do it for me. Just massaging my shoulder is enough. Is that asking too much? I'm sorry. I must have troubled you by asking something like this. I knew it wasn't allowed, but I couldn't just reject a wish from someone who was on the verge of crying. If it's just your shoulder, I'm only gonna massage your shoulder a bit. Thank you, Ichi-kun. Does it hurt? It doesn't hurt. It feels so good. I know you'll become a great massage therapist. It feels amazing. Really? Yep, your massages are amazing. Thank you.
Ichi, You really have grown.
Suddenly, the store's door opened and Nabe-san entered. Uncle? I braced myself for an earful, but Nabe-san paid me no mind and began talking with the two.
Aren't you early? I didn't think you'd be here already. Nope, just on time.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, Okamoto. Hanako-san, you're both looking great.
Uncle?
What's wrong?
I'm so sorry. I did it without permission.
No, I was the one who forced him into it.
Well, nothing's wrong with massaging your mother's shoulders. If it felt wrong, then that's an issue, but that's not how I taught you.
Huh?
It wasn't done on a customer, so I'll let you off the hook. Ichi, there won't be a next time.
Wait, what did you just say now?
That's your last warning.
No, but before that, what do you mean, mothers?
Yeah, these two are your parents.
What?
Huh? Thought you'd know by now.
I glanced at the two people he referred to as my parents. He often talked about them, so they never had a negative impression in my mind. But it was still hard to accept their sudden appearance. Why now? It's too sudden.
You're right. We can only apologize for leaving you because of our own circumstances.
But I heard you divorced with Mom. I'll explain that part too. According to my parents, talks of my mother being assigned overseas were brought up when I was 2. Believing this would be her last chance, she couldn't just decline because she had a young son. She asked my father to either quit his job or use a leave of absence to follow her abroad. The choice wasn't my father's to make, but he also didn't want to squander my mother's opportunity. After discussing it at length, the two divorced. My mother left to work at an overseas department. I don't regret my decision. If I hadn't gone abroad, someone else would have experienced my success. But for you, it's different. You're my only child. I never thought living away from each other would be this painful. I felt nothing but regrets. I left you two in pursuit of my own career. I have only myself to blame when I was told how illogical it was to go abroad when I had a child.
I reunited with your mom when I was sent abroad. We talked about how although it may have seemed like the best option back then, we were still leaving you alone. For that, we have no right to call ourselves your parents.
But if you can forgive us and choose to accept us, we want to start over as a family.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just accept the two strangers I just met as my parents. But I knew both of them still looked out for me, even when they were away. Mom, I think your refusal to give up on work just because you're a woman deserves respect. That way of thinking feels similar to my uncle's approach to his job. The reason why you chose to work abroad is because of how seriously you took your job, right? It's all so sudden that if you two asked if I could accept it, I wouldn't know how to answer. But I've always been kind of jealous of it. Nabe-san is kind and I respect him, but he's Mika's dad, not mine. But I do want to live together as a proper family.
Ichi! Thank you.
Ichi, we're so sorry.
And so, we began living together as a family. My parents were as busy as ever, but they always prioritized me and never made me feel lonely. Although we were awkward at first. I think time solved that eventually.
As years went by, I grew to the age where I had my own family. Like my uncle, I became a licensed massage therapist and was responsible for one of his stores.
Your massages are honestly amazing.
Guess I'm a master now that I've been recognized by you.
I'd say it's still too early for that.
If I were to be placed in the same position as my parents back then, I would never make the same choice. Hey, keep the flirt at home, will you? However, I respect my parents, not only as father and mother, but as adults working in society.